Welcome to Will It Build, the series where I take your builds from my YouTube comments and Discord server and put them to the test to see if they are the real deal. If it's solid, then I'll gift you 1,000 silver, and if it's really something special, you'll be featured in a dedicated build video for your submitted build. So comment yours below so we can answer the question, will it build? Today we are looking at a Cytorachnes Facade Grapple Strand Hunter submitted by Gearhead Geek. And yes, that is how you pronounce it. So let's put Gearhead Geek's build to the test and see if it's worthy of 1,000 silver or even its very own build video. Do you guys want me to tell you about the build before we start?
We don't care.
So I've got Whirling Maelstrom, and then my other aspect is Widow Silk. So we get an additional grenade charge, and our grappling hook creates a grapple tangle point, which means once we do a grapple, we can infinitely grapple to that same point. So we're of course using grapple grenade. The reason that's important with this build is because we're going to use Cytorachnes Facade, which is how you pronounce it, I promise. Whenever you grapple, you get woven mail, which means with the way this build is set up, if I grapple to that, so I use one of my grapple charges, but now I can grapple to this at literally any time without using any of my grenade charges, and it'll refresh woven mail. The most important fragment is going to be Thread of Transmutation. So while you have woven mail, weapon final blows will create a tangle. Obviously we always have woven mail, and creating tangles is going to be really important because tangles are how we make our whirling maelstroms. These other three fragments, you can kind of go whatever angle you want. I'm going Fury, so I get melee energy when I defeat targets with a tangle. This actually procs when your whirling maelstrom hits enemies. Your whirling maelstrom counts as like tangle damage, so your whirling maelstroms will proc Thread of Fury. I've got Generation so that we can always make sure we're kept up on our grapple grenades, and I've got Thread of Ascent, so when I activate my grenade ability, I reload my equipped weapon, which is another thing you can kind of abuse, because I can basically, like for example, I can like shoot 2 rockets at this guy, grapple, that uses my grenade, so I get another rocket, and then it has a bit of a cooldown, but grapple again, shoot a rocket, dodge, shoot a rocket, grapple. It's got like a bit of an internal cooldown, but you get the idea, which feels really nice because in the middle of the fight, like if you're shooting enemies, oh, I gotta grapple to get my woven mail back. Oh, that also reloads my gun. Shooting enemies. For mods, I'm kind of just trying to buff up my weapon damage and trying to get my super as much as possible. We're not doing a lot of damage with the abilities themselves, so I'm not going like a lot of ability refund based mods. So I've got double dynamo every time I dodge. Big chunk of super. I've got arc siphon, arc loader, and arc surges, so we can boost up our SMG damage, my Aglos SMG. I'm going impact induction, so I can get grenade energy back, and I'm going focusing strike, so I can get class ability energy back whenever I hit with my melee, which will be happening a lot too, right? Because we got Thread of Fury, we're gonna get that a lot of melee energy when our whirling maelstroms hit enemies, so we got that going for us. And then recuperation gives us a chunk of health. So the idea is that we won't be taking too much damage because we're always going to have woven mail up, but whatever damage we do take, we'll be able to restore with recuperation. And obviously we'll be making orbs through the arc siphon, through Reaper, and then we'll collect them with powerful attraction. And then anytime we dodge, we also have bomber activate as well. So let's goof around with this. Let's see how we're feeling. We'll start off, grapple in. And then I think I should have made a tangle. I really want to get to the next area because that's where like a lot of the enemies are going to be. And then I kind of want to set up a grapple point initially in a certain area. And I kind of always want to be dodging and throwing my melee ability as well, because that is what is going to make sure that my grenades are always charged, so I can do like a new grapple point if I need to. I don't know exactly how long these last, but I guess we'll kind of figure out. I could be dodging a lot more, so I could be proccing Reaper, making orbs, getting that recuperation. Need to be doing that a little bit more.
Nope.
Oh. Wanted to hit the Cyclops. Okay, so I messed up a little bit because I used both of my grenade charges, so now I can't go to the tangles. But it's okay because I can just like melee to proc impact induction. Oh, I messed up again actually. I'll just melee some stuff to proc impact induction, so I get my charge back. And then we of course still have our tangles. My focus is just to make tangles. Make tangles and keep my woven mail up. So we have 2 charges now, so I can go ahead and start using this one. My frames are suffering because there's just so much going on. The whirling maelstrom's doing work. My favorite part of this though is you make tangles and then you can grapple to the tangles to pick them up and it won't consume your melee. Not your melee, sorry, your grenade. You can also of course throw a tangle and grapple to it to get out of a bad situation. which will also not consume your grenade. I just want to chuck it at these enemies and just see what happens. Got another tangle, actually. We had 2 whirling maelstroms. Look at him go.
Bye,
Oh!
have a great time.
The whirling maelstroms literally just shoved the Minotaur off. Alright, I really want to get to boss room and just see how, I want to show you guys kind of like how good the reload benefits can be in boss room.
Here we go.
Oh, it was an amazing idea. Dude. Strand is like a really weird class, but once you have it like down, some of the tricks that you can do with it, it feels so fun to play. Can I do it again? Oh, I don't think I'm gonna make it in time. Wait, what if I just...
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Okay, so I'm gonna put my grapple point like dead center, and then I'm gonna try and sneak in melees here and there. It's a proc impact induction. I just wanna put a grapple point there so I get woven mail, so I'm safe from these dudes, and I wanna put it up there too so I can use it when I come out of here. So now I can reactivate it. I think you want to kind of keep the grapple points low too, because it'll make it easier to hit the grapple melees, is what I'm starting to notice. So like if I have the... Oh, I did not mean to put that all the way over there. But y'all kind of get the idea. Another fun fact, by the way, powerful attraction collects these motes. Like those motes count as orbs or whatever, I guess. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. You can go like rocket, rocket, dodge, rocket, grapple, rocket. I should have actually I should have done the grapple before the dodge, because then I could have re-grappled. It would have been off cooldown. So I could have done rocket, rocket, grapple, rockets, dodge, rocket, grapple, rocket. I hope I get another rocket so I can try that again. By the way, I'm just hitting grenade twice. Hitting grenade to attach to get the woven mail, and then immediately hitting grenade to detach. Or whirling maelstrom is annihilating the Hydra. Never thought I'd say this, but I think we actually need to be careful. Ooh. Okay. Moment to shine. Okay. Rocket. Rocket. Grapple. Rocket. Dodge. Rocket. Grapple. Rocket. So satisfied. And then a whirling maelstrom to finish him off. Oh, that was great. Enter the node core. Am I supposed to go in here?
No.
Why did it make me grapple twice? I didn't mean to grapple. I still need to practice with grappling to understand like the best ways to like move around with it. This is a build that I think is going to require a decent amount of practice. It's like good to begin with, but if you practice with it, it'll be ridiculously strong because you'll be swinging around the map, and like enemies won't even be able to land a bullet on you, and even if they do, it doesn't matter because you have woven mail. It's also worth noting too that when you make a tangle, if you grapple to it, you don't have to follow the tangle all the way. So like for example, I can like throw the tangle at this guy, and then I can oh, I messed up, but kind of see what the brain's cooking. I can grapple like halfway and then detach before the tangle hits my target. This is so fun. This is... Oh my god. It's so... It's so much fun. Oh my god, if your aim is good with the Wither Horde too, you practice aiming while... Oh my god. Okay, I am really getting the hang of this. Oh my god. You feel like the best Destiny player in the entire game. Oh no, give me that tangle. Yeah. Wow. I was playing that for like what? 30 minutes? Maybe 25 minutes. I was playing the build for like 5 to 7 minutes and then actually playing it for like 20 minutes. That was that's some of the most fun I've ever had. This is what Bungie had in mind when they made the grapple grenade. Or like this is what everyone wanted a grapple grenade to be. Remember how like when grapple grenade came out and everyone was like, wow, this is horrible. It has a minute 22 base cooldown. You only get to grapple once. With this build, this is what everyone was hoping grapple grenades would be. Just like infinitely grappling across the map, slingshotting all over the place like Spider-Man, whacking everything, reloading your guns while you're grappling, all that. It's so good. To say I love this build would be an absolute understatement. The easy to activate and infinite uptime woven mail, constantly auto-reloaded weapons, nasty DPS combos, and world-class Spider-Man style mobility makes for some of the most action-packed fun I've ever had in Destiny. Not only does Gearhead Geek easily win 1000 silver, but we're also going to feature him in an upcoming build video, so be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you want to catch that. I also wanted to let you know that Geek streams over on Twitch as well, so be sure to check him out. But before you go, remember to leave your build in the comments or in my Discord server linked below for a chance to be featured in the next episode. I'll see you in the stream. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.